Welcome back to Everyday Eats with Michelle. Today we're going to be making taco dip. Now whether you decide to serve this up alongside some other snacks at your football party or you just want to go ahead and call this thing dinner, you can have it on the table in absolutely no time. Let's get started. First thing you're going to need are equal parts of softened cream cheese and sour cream. Now if you're like me and you always forget to take the cream cheese out of the fridge ahead of time to let it come to room temperature, don't worry, just pop it in the microwave for 15 to 20 seconds and you'll be good to go. Now I've got 8 ounces of cream cheese, so I'm going to add in 8 ounces of sour cream. My container holds 16 ounces, so I'm just going to scoop out half the container. I don't feel a huge need to measure this here. We'll stir it all together until it's nice and creamy and combined, and then you're going to add in your favorite taco seasoning. About a 1/4 teaspoon to a 1/2 teaspoon should be more than enough. And again, we're going to stir that up so those spices can get nicely distributed throughout the cream cheese. Then we're going to take a rimmed baking sheet, mine's 15 by 10 inches, and we're going to put our sour cream cheese mixture right down on the pan and spread it out with a silicone spatula until we have one nice, even, smooth layer. You may need to turn your pan every now and then to get it into all the corners. You're looking for about a 1/4 inch thickness, but don't get too crazy with it. It's not that important. As long as you got a smooth layer, you're good. Nope. There's my Charlie cat. He's a bit of a crackhead when it comes to cheeses. Don't worry, he didn't actually touch anything, so we're okay. Once you've got it in that nice smooth layer, you can go ahead and pop that in the fridge to let it set up a little bit and move on to our ground beef. In a medium skillet over medium-high heat, we're going to cook up 1/2 pound of ground beef. Just a 1/2 pound. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, it's more than enough for this recipe. Next, we'll season this with a little bit of sea salt and a little bit of freshly cracked black pepper. Then you're going to take your wooden spoon and you're going to break up that beef into smaller chunks. Also helps to distribute your salt and your pepper throughout. And then we're going to add in some more of that taco seasoning. I usually just sprinkle an even layer over the top of the meat. Works out just fine. Don't have to bother measuring. Not a big deal. We're going to give that a stir, and then we're going to add in our secret ingredient. A little bit of the pickle juice from some pickled jalapenos. It's not going to add a ton of heat, don't worry, but it will add a nice acidity that's going to brighten up the flavors of this taco dip. Trust me, it's fantastic. You got to try it. We're going to let that cook for a little bit until all the pink has been cooked out of our beef, and then we're going to go back to our sour cream mixture. Now, apparently I forgot to hit record on the pouring of the taco sauce part. Not a big deal. Take your favorite taco sauce, pour some down over the sour cream, get it spread out into one nice thin layer. Notice how you can still see the sour cream cheese mixture through the taco sauce. That's all you gotta do. Once you've accomplished that, we're gonna add in our cheese. I've got 1 cup of finely shredded, extra sharp cheddar cheese. Yes, I shredded it myself. I don't rely on the bag stuff for this. Fresher is always better. And once you've got as much cheese as you would like, we're gonna add in our ground beef. I usually just break it up a little bit with my hands as I add it because sometimes I don't break it up enough in the pan. Not a big deal. Usually just me and Chris eating it, so I'm not worried about wearing gloves. But if you're serving a bunch of people, you might want to put on a pair of gloves. So for those who thought a 1/2 pound of beef was not going to be enough to cover this whole pan, I think we may have just proved you wrong on that. The final step is adding our shredded lettuce. Just a little bit. You don't need to go crazy here. I usually go ahead and just buy a bag of shredded lettuce at the store instead of cutting up a whole head of lettuce. Less is more. And that's our taco dip. Whether you're eating it as part of other game day snacks or like we do just as dinner, grab your favorite tortilla chip and just start scooping. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next week.